Students, hope you are doing well. Today we will discuss about questions answers of chapter 4, that is materials, metals and non-metals. So first question is, which of the following can be beaten into thin sheets? First option zinc, second option phosphorus, third option sulfur, fourth option oxygen. Answer is zinc. Now question number 2. Which of the following statements is correct? First statement, all metals are ductile. Second statement, all non-metals are ductile. Third statement, generally metals are ductile. Fourth statement, some non-metals are ductile. Answer, generally metals are ductile. Now question number 3. Fill in the blanks. First fill in the blanks. Phosphorus is a very dash non-metal. Answer, reactive. Next fill in the blanks. Metals are dash conductors of heat and dash. Answer, good and electricity. Next fill in the blanks. Iron is dash reactive than copper. Answer, more. Next fill in the blanks. Metals react with acids to produce dash gas. Answer, hydrogen. Now question number 4. Mark true if the statement is true and false if it is false. First statement, generally non-metals react with acids. Answer, false. Next statement, sodium is a very reactive metal. Answer, true. Next statement, copper displaces zinc from zinc sulfate solution. Answer, false. Next statement, coal can be drawn into wires. Answer, false. Now question number 5. Some properties are listed in the following table. Distinguish between metals and non-metals on the basis of these properties. There are 3 columns. In first column, there are properties, and in second column, you have to write the properties of metals, and in third column, you have to write the properties of non-metals. So first property is appearance. For metals, lustrous. For non-metals, dull. Second property is hardness. For metals, generally hard. Exception, sodium and potassium. For non-metals, generally soft. Exception, diamond. Third property is malleability. For metals, generally malleable. Exception, mercury and sodium. For non-metals, non-malleable. Fourth property is ductility. For metals, generally ductile. Exception, mercury and sodium. For non-metals, non-ductile. Fifth property is heat conduction. For metals, generally good conductor of heat. Exception, lead and mercury. For non-metals, generally poor conductor of heat. Exception, graphite. Last property, conduction of electricity. For metals, generally good conductor. Exception, bismuth. For non-metals, generally poor conductor. Exception, graphite. Now question number 6. Give reasons for the following. First question. Why aluminium foils are used to wrap food items? Answer. Aluminium foils are used to wrap food items because it is malleable and does not react with food items. It maintains the temperature and freshness of food items for a certain period of time. Now second question. Why immersion rods for heating liquids are made up of metallic substances? Answer. Immersion rods for heating liquids are made up of metallic substances because metals are good conductors of heat and electricity. Now next question. Why copper cannot displace zinc from its salt solution? Answer. Copper cannot displace zinc from its salt solution because copper is less reactive than zinc. Next question. Why sodium and potassium are stored in kerosene? Answer. Sodium and potassium are stored in kerosene because they are more reactive than they may catch fire if kept in the open. Now question number 7. Can you store lemon pickle in an aluminium utensil? Explain. Answer. No, because lemon pickle is acidic in nature. Therefore, it may react with aluminium metal, forming a toxic substance which may cause food poisoning. Now question number 8. Match the substances given in column A with their uses given in column B. In column A, there are substances and in column B, there are uses. So first substance is gold, next substance is iron, next substance is aluminium, next substance is carbon, next substance is copper, and next is mercury. Now uses, first use is thermometers, second use is electric wire, third is wrapping food, fourth is jewelry, fifth is machinery, and sixth is fuel. So for gold, answer will be jewelry. For iron, answer will be machinery. For aluminium, answer will be wrapping food. For carbon, answer will be fuel. For copper, answer will be electric wire. For mercury, answer will be thermometers. Now question number 9. What happens when dilute sulfuric acid is poured on a copper plate? Answer. Copper does not react with dilute sulfuric acid, so no reaction takes place when dilute sulfuric acid is poured on a copper plate. Now second part of the question 9. What happens when iron nails are placed in copper sulfate solution? Write word equations of the reactions involved. Answer. When iron nails are placed in copper sulfate solution, a displacement reaction takes place. The word equations reaction can be written as copper sulfate plus iron gives iron sulfate plus copper. Color of copper sulfate is blue and color of iron sulfate is light green. Now question number 10. Saloni took a piece of burning charcoal and collected the gas evolved in a test tube. Now first question, how will she find the nature of the gas? Second question, write down word equations of all the reactions taking place in this process. First part of the answer, the nature of gas can be tested with the help of pH paper. If moist pH paper turns pink, then gas is acidic in nature. Now second part of the answer, reaction 1, carbon plus oxygen, it gives carbon dioxide gas. Second reaction, carbon dioxide gas plus water, it gives carbonic acid. That's it.